Hello and welcome to another StemAcademy instructional video. What we're looking at today is how we do the transitioning between two different sort of sections of an animation. In this particular case, we're joining or merging the project introduction animation with the Pong animation. So where we're picking up is from the last video, which is where we exported the sprites and the backdrops from the Pong game, and then we imported those into the animation that was for the project introduction. So that's what you're looking at on the scratch in front of you now. Now what I've also noticed is that I've made a slight mistake as well with the showing and the hiding. So I will point that out in a moment. So the first thing is the strategy. The strategy, as we just discussed in the last video, was how we're going to transition, and that's, in this case, we're not going to use broadcasting or anything like that because that's the next level up, that's intermediate. We're only doing simple things. This is introductory level videos, projects. So we're going to use the changing of the backdrop. So we've got two backdrops. We've got the backdrop from the project introduction, which is this one here, and we've got the backdrop from the Pong game. So the first thing I'm going to do is that is just my new title slide, and this one here is the one from the Pong game. I'm not going to change that, that can be fine. So the Pong game is called Boardwalk, and the one for the introduction is called the stage. Great, so let's get to it. Okay, really easy. So that's that. Okay, now that's just fixing up a mistake that I overlooked. Now the second thing is, this is the way that this game works is that we didn't use two backdrops back then because I was trying to I didn't want to be changing the backdrops because this was really easy one. So I used a sprite as like a title end slide. Okay, so what we need to do is we just need to identify where in the code we want the Pong game to start and the initial animation, which is the introductory one, where that's ending. So this is the sprite, which is my end slide here. Now you can see that in the beginning it's just hiding and it's just waiting, you see, and it's just waiting for all these sprites to come in and go off. So this is the end of so that's 33 seconds is the end of this first animation. So all I need to do then is, now that I've got two backdrops and I'm going to be using the changing of the backdrops to be my signal for the paddle and the ball sprite, the Pong sprites, to start. Okay, so that means I need in the beginning what I need to do is I just need to switch the backdrop here in the very beginning to the stage, which is the introductory one, and then at the very end I need to switch the backdrop to, so I need to switch it to the boardwalk, which is the Pong backdrop. And then what I'm going to use is, for these ball and paddle sprites, instead of starting the code that belongs to the ball and the paddle, when I click the green flag at the beginning of the game, I'm going to get it to wait and use the signal of this backdrop swapping to the boardwalk. Okay, so that's my plan. So I've got to just put the hide in here, but I've still got to hide these as well. So hide the sprite. So I'm just going to get it to hide the sprite there like that. And then what I'm going to do is in events, see down here you can use backdrop, switch the backdrop there. So we want the boardwalk. So same here with the ball, and we're just going to use one of those. You can go over there. We need to hide that one, and there we go, like that. And what we need to do is we need to make both the Pong sprites start when the backdrop changes, okay, like that. So that should work. Okay, so that's the ball, that's the paddle. That looks good to me. Okay, so let's test run that. Good, they've all disappeared. So it's just running as per normal. This is just the simple core one. It's got no sounds or anything like that. Now what should happen is when the title slide comes up and finishes, then the backdrops should change and then the Pong game should start. Good. Pong game should start. Aha, I made a mistake. What have I done? Right, what I've done is I've hidden them, but I've never shown them, have I? So I need to show them. I can't see them. What a goose. So that's why we always test and we check, okay? It's no problem. So I need to not hide them. I need to show them here. As soon as the backdrop switches, I need to just show them both. So they were actually moving and working. We just couldn't see them, that's all. Okay. So that should work now. The paddle sprite really should have started down there, which I don't know why it's done that, but I'm going to fix it. And that is y, you can see it's y minus 130 or so. So what I'm going to do is in the paddle code here, I'm just going to put it in the middle there. So that's going to be, say, right in the middle, which would be x0 and y minus 128. So I'm just going to put a go to. So if I just go to motion and then go to, see it's already populated there. So I'll make that a little bit less, minus 1. No, it should be 140, say, negative 140. Okay, so that should work now. So it's worked. So I've actually picked up 2 mistakes. So I could have made a much shorter video and just showed you the final product, but you don't. I'm trying to show how everybody makes little mistakes and you just need to check and evaluate and then fix them up. Okay, so I found 2 little mistakes and I fixed them up. So that's really important to test and then evaluate and then make changes if you need. So that's working perfectly now. So I'm happy to hand that in. Great. That's it. Thanks for watching.